Hey there, y'all. Punk Rock Parkinson's here, and I'm back to my series on my Parkinson's diagnosis and journey. Then this is part 5. So today I want to talk about why I chose Abbott for my DBS system. When I was first diagnosed, I joined a support group that was mostly older people, and I was able to hear from a lot of, the 3 major DBS manufacturers. Sorry, I got my hair cut and it's just like the wind's kind of blowing. So anyway, I got to hear from all 3 DBS manufacturers, and the one at the time that stood out to me was Abbott. And the biggest reason at the time that they stood out to me was, one, the rep at the time was very caring, very genuine, very real. It wasn't just about selling a device. I could just tell there was a true care from her, which also turns out resembles the company of Abbott. And and so I listened to her presentation at that time and was very intrigued. And the biggest reason I was intrigued with Abbott was because they had the capability to, via Bluetooth, when they would come out with updates to their DBS system, they could just push it to the battery, and that intrigued me. It didn't mean you had to go get a new battery or a different battery or whatever because of their technology changing. And so anyway, I met and talked with her a little bit and had a great conversation. Of course, I wasn't ready for DBS at the time. Well, the 4 years into my diagnosis, obviously the medications were not working very well. They wouldn't last a long time, or they'd wear off too soon, blah, blah, blah. And so, of course, I decided to move forward with DBS and spoke with my movement disorder specialist, or MDS for short, and was able to get the process started and going. It was a long process, obviously. The first thing you have to do is go in for an on-off test, which is with your doctor, which is you go in off your medications, and they run you through the evaluations, the tapping the fingers, the touching your nose and reaching out and blah, 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 and tapping your feet, and all that kind of stuff. And then they have you take your medication, and you wait about, 30 minutes or so for it to kick in, and then run you through an on evaluation. And basically that's to see if the medication's helping you with your symptoms. They feel that the DBS will benefit you. And so I went through that, and then I let the doctor know that I wanted to go with Abbott. Of course, met with the neurosurgeon and all that good stuff, and went ahead and proceeded with, of course, getting Abbott DBS installed. I did everything in one surgery. I had both leads placed and the battery done all at the same time, because at that time I was working and I wanted to get all the surgeries out of the way so that I could get back to work as soon as possible, and which worked out well for me. And as it turns out, I am beyond happy that I chose Abbott for my DBS system. I was able to also sign up to be kind of an ambassador for them, so that when they had events and things, I could go and speak at these events in front of their people and talk about what their DBS system has done for me and how it's changed my life. And then shortly after I got it, they came out with a new thing called the Neurosphere Clinic, which meant that I wouldn't have to go into my doctor's office for programming. We could do it online via FaceTime, and then through the app on my phone for my controller. My doctor could access my DBS device through the app and make adjustments and that kind of thing. So I wouldn't have to necessarily go in person to an appointment for adjustment, which has been a life changer for me. Because shortly, about a year after I got it, we ended up moving up to the Dallas-Fort Worth area for a job promotion that I took, which means, even the San Antonio area where my doctor is, meant that was a 4-hour travel journey for DBS adjustments and things like that. Well, anyway, they came out with this, and it's been an amazing thing for me. I mean, there were times I literally did appointments in my office at work with my MDS, and he's able to jump in, check my system, and then make adjustments as I need them. And then now I live in Corpus, which is about 2.5 hours away from my doctor, and I just had an appointment at the end of April with him, and it was a great appointment. My next one's in July, but I'm going to go in person because he does like to see you in person, I think about twice a year. But I guess the biggest thing I want to talk about why I love Abbott is when I went to these speaking events and speaking engagements for them at their company, or they'd have big meetings with certain groups. It was amazing, the care and the love and the treatment they gave me. I mean, they treated me, I felt like I was the president, and it was just not this president, but anyway, just the way I was treated and the honor and the respect that they gave me, and so it was nice to see that a company actually backed up their values and what they talked about. It wasn't just about money for them. It's truly about helping the patient. And I have no doubt that Medtronic or Boston are the same way. They each have their unique things, especially I know Medtronic has come out with a new system now too, and I'm hoping that works well for people that are getting that system. And so anyway, I just wanted to talk about that. I'm not getting paid by Abbott or anything. I love that company, and I love the people that I've got to interact with there, and that they check up on me every now and then, and it's just a good feeling because they care about me, the person, not me, the patient, or not me, the person that they made money off of. And it's been a great relationship for me between myself and Abbott, and they're continuing to be on the cutting edge of DBS technology, and of course they do a lot of other devices too. They're even doing research on if DBS can help people with depression and stuff like that. And so I think that'll be pretty cool if that works. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about that and why I chose that company. You remember, you have the choice. Don't let your doctor force something on you, or even a rep force something on you. Do your research, talk to the manufacturers, talk to the reps, and then go with what you feel is best. And of course your doctor can have some input on that, obviously, but just remember that you're in control of your Parkinson's care. And that's something I tried to stress to everybody, that they need to remember that and make sure that they take control of their Parkinson's care as much as they can with your caregiver or whatever, your partner, whatever you have in your life. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. I hope everybody's doing really well out there. I'm glad to be back. I'm feeling better mentally. And anyway, peace. Love you all. And Punk Rock Parkinson's out.